Hello and welcome to these Battlegrounds. I'm Bobby B, and today we'll be looking at the GIJoe Classified Series, number 140, Nemisis Immortal. Now to clear up some muggy water right off the bat, because I'm sure there's going to be someone, oh, he was called Nemisis Enforcer when I was a kid. He hasn't been called Nemisis Enforcer since at least, like 2008, 09? So you're looking at well over 15 years of him not being called Nemisis Enforcer. I don't know if it's a copyright thing, I don't know if Enforcer is too mean of a term. Who knows, but the last figure we got of him from the comic 2-pack with Falcon was Nemisis Immortal, and obviously his name's Nemisis Immortal now too. And if you've been reading the, Energon Universe, the Cobra Commander comic, I'm pretty sure he was also referred to as Nemisis Immortal. So, diving in, we're going to take a look at the box. Very gross-looking, biological, whatever you want to call it, living organism box itself. We got some tentacles, we got the pods and everything. We get a shot of our man on the side right there. He's gonna be number 140. We see it in a lime green now, so I wonder if we're gonna change directions. Have we got anyone after 140? I'm trying to look at my stack of boxes over here. 135, 134. I don't believe so, so I'm curious if we're gonna see a design change in the box, but it's also a different style than we've seen. So let me grab who's nearby. 138 Falcon, speak of the devil. We see like a different font kind of situation going on, so I'm curious if we're going to see a change or not, but that's it. You got your smaller shot of him right there. You got your attributes. You got the QR code. It just takes you to like a generic Hasbro website. It's kind of lame still. I don't know why they don't. I did see they did post some file cards to the social media page, which would be nice if, that QR code would take us to that file card. But, who am I to decide what those designs are? But we get our shot of him right there. He's looking good. We got Cobra Commander down in the clam. No Golobulus or anything going on in the background. Attributes again, better shot of him. Looking at the close-ups, we see his head, the tentacle backpack, and his toes, talons, whatever we're going to call them. So, a little bit going on there, not too much. For some reason, this shipped DHL, so it took forever to get here as I take out my other Nemisis Immortal. I don't get why I can't have the option to pick, anything but. It would have been faster if I would have drove to Romeville, picked it up, then drove all the way back, then mailing it. Probably would have been cheaper. In a sense, but diving into the accessories, we got our tentacle-armed backpack, and they are bendy wires, which I think is pretty nice. Backpack peg. Looks like 2 shades of green, some blacks. Gross looking. I wonder if you can wrap somebody up in these. If you mess with it enough, I'm sure you can wrap up a Joe or Cobra in them if you wanted to. But something different. I know we got this is from the 25th anniversary one. It was not bendy, so little suction cups. Like octopus tentacles there. We got 2 swords. Little claw hook down there. Where's my light at? I saw someone post on Facebook that they look like bacon, or their kid thought it was bacon, so now it can't unsee that. A little serrated edge there, and they're pretty good. They're not warping. They don't seem like they would. Look at that not good looking paint application there. And because I'll probably forget, someone said they don't peg into the hands well, so get these clip. Oh yeah, that is. I mean, if you like angle it right, I guess, but otherwise it's flopping around all over the place. So I don't know why that's a thing, or why they didn't just give him gripping hands. They gave him trigger hands, which we'll talk about here in a second. So you get 2 of those. You get a left and a right fist, and left and right trigger hands for the... are we going to see some Cobra Law Royal Guards with some weapons, some blasters? Is he going to be able to hold them? I don't know. We also get our classified head with some extra bone, I guess, sculpted onto it. You can see a good shot of the eyes, just kind of blank. Whereas if you look at this head sculpt, there's some pupils. They're kind of like menacing eyes. And diving into the figure, we'll circle back for the wings. Head can look up that much. Can look down that much. Not a whole lot going on there. It's got these furry pauldron situation things going on. Can we T-pose him up? We can T-pose him. Kinda. He's a big dude. He's got the diaphragm cut. He's not going forward much. He can go back pretty good. I feel like this is supposed to bend here at the waist, but it doesn't, just rotates. It is very... Look at that gap. That's kind of lame. Double jointed pinless elbows. Gonna get you about that much bend. He's got these giant gauntlets with these like bone claws on them, and they rotate around the forearm. Working our way down, we got our drop down hips. Is there a thigh cut in here? There's a thigh cut. We got 2 giant sheaths for the bacon blades. But I mean, they just take up the whole leg. Double jointed pinless knees. Gonna get you about that much bend in them. No boot cut or ankle cut. However, we do have the ankle rocker. Let's get this bone blade out of here. Take a look at some of these details here. He's got like a textured purple suit on. He is gross looking, I'll give him that. Got some spikes. And of course his toes. Did we need a... I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Did we need a Nemisis Immortal? I know Cobra Law is hit or miss. I know there's some people that don't care for it at all. I know there's some people that are like, that love it because it's part of their childhood. I'm like in between. I mean, if you're collecting classified and you skip out on this guy, that's on you. But if you're like one of those people that are like, oh, but you said you hated Cobra Law and you bought the figure, you can buy whatever the hell you want to buy. Like, I don't get why people defend that kind of shit. But there he is with his, I guess, classified head on. Which I kind of like a lot more. Adds a little more zest to that. But alright, let's dive into the wings. So these are going to be like a... You can kind of see my finger through them. They're like a very thin... Well, they're not thin. They're like translucent plastic backpack piece. In the package, just so you guys know, the tentacles are plastic tied into the cardboard backing. And then Nemisis Immortal is also plastic tied. However, he's also rope tied with a purple rope. So I don't know what was going on. And then his head was taped in there. So it's just a whole lot of confusion going on when it comes to the packing. But nice little cut in the wing. You can T-pose them. You can spread them out. Can they go up anymore? Yeah, there we go. They look like bat wings. So there's plenty of, and then they rotate. So there's a whole lot for them to do, for you to do with them. Putting them on the man himself. Oh, it's going to be like Falcons where you got to try to get them angled up, lined up right. I wish they'd folded one a little more to like fill in that gap. But if we... I don't know, I feel like they're lacking. I wish they would. I wish they didn't have these goofy arms. Just kind of taken away from it, in my opinion. And then, like I said, if you can't really fold them up without them. Oh no, he's not going to want to stand. And this backpack piece is heavy. Because he's giving me all kinds of issues right now. Come on. You gonna stand? Nope. Anyways, we'll do some size comparisons here. So I wish we would have gotten like not. I get it. They wanted the Batwing look. I got it, but like at the same time, this gap when it's folded up is just like lame. There's kind of like a butterfly in there, but it doesn't do much. So that's 2 for 2 because Raptor was similar to that. But comparing him next to Falcon, it's a big dude. Very, very big dude. And of course, we got to compare him to Slaughter. Still slightly taller. And for our other Cobra Law shenanigans, we got Serpentor. And Cobra Law should have a basketball team with how tall their guys are. And we have Once a Man Cobra Commander. And Once a Man Cobra Commander again. So definitely an interesting figure. Definitely interesting choices were made. Besides whatever's going on with this waist articulation, him not being able to hold his bacon blades and those wings, it's kind of a miss in my opinion. I think it'll still look good, still look menacing where you got him. I just wish you could fold those wings up a little more. But let me plug these in just because we can. There he is with his tentacle arms. Man, you don't want to stand with anything plugged into your back for me, huh? I'll have to mess with that, but there you have it. There's your Nemisis Immortal, Nemisis Enforcer, whichever you want to call him, you can call him. But did you guys pick them up? Skip out on them? Cobra Law is not your thing. Cobra Law is not your thing, but you still pick them up anyways? Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, load up, grab your kits. I'll see you on the battlegrounds.